to be able to add a new post in your blog with a hyperlink is just a couple of steps. Let's go through them. We begin by going to the site that we want to have the hyperlink from. This happens to be my Diigo site, which is diigo.com/user/ and then your username. If you can't find it, you can always click on My Library, and that will take you there. I want that hyperlink to be shared, so I'm going to highlight it, right-click, and say Copy. Some people like the Control-C as well. Now I'm going to go over to my blog. I'm going to add a new blog post. I'm going to label it Thing 1, and then down here I'll write my reflection. 150 words about how I could see this would be useful. Now I'm going to put a link to my blog, to my Diigo page. Now, if I just paste this in, and I'm going to use a right click to paste, it looks like this, but sometimes just pasting this in, it doesn't see it as a hyperlink. So if I want it to look like that, I will highlight it, click the hyperlink button, and then I will delete the old HTTP and paste in the new one. I'll say open it in a new window, add a link, and now it looks like that familiar purple underline that I know is a hyperlink. Sometimes people don't like to show all the HTML text right here, actually the URL text. Instead, they might write, here is a link to my Diigo page. And then they highlight the word, here is a link to my Diigo page, and they click that same link button, paste it in. Now in reality, if this is already highlighted and you paste right on top of it, it just deletes it. It'll paste on top of it. And I'll come down here and say open it in a new window. The title, if I want to put a title, this is where I might put click here or something like that. That's what happens if I put my mouse over it. And I'm going to go ahead and click this. I'm going to publish it. And let's see what happens. When I come back to my site and I go here, there's a link to my page. If I click on it, it opens it in a new tab or a new window, depending on how my browser is set up. If this other one says here's a link to my Diigo page, notice that when I put my mouse over it, it says click here. I have to pause for just a minute, but that little title, it showed up a second ago, click here, is what that does. Some people like those little reminders when they're there. And just like the first one, if I click on this one, it will take me to my page as long as the URL was entered correctly. Okay, so 2 different ways to put links in here and an option to put a title. Hope you find that helpful and give it a go.